In the heart of Nottingham, a traditional Yorkshire town, is a 21st century tattoo studio, Skinworkx. Times are changing for this town and for the tattoo industry as a whole. Our film documents this evolution. Good friends Carla and Amber are looking for something to symbolise their friendship.
So we're looking for something small. We've already got big tattoos.
Yeah. You're not quite sure what you want just yet. So what are you thinking? Something like a little symbol to represent something, like stars, hearts, something like that?
No, not stars.
What about something like a nice little subtle heart, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go and let lads know you're in, we'll get something drawn up for you. Right, he's just drawing them up for about 10 minutes, something like that. Right, God, you look nervous. I don't know if you've seen someone do some magic and stuff like that before, but if you show someone, I might start your nerves a bit. So since you're having like a similar sort of tattoo today, like in a connection sort of way, I'm going to try something a little bit similar to that. So Amber, do you want red or blue?
Red.
You want red? Yep, that leaves you with blue. So you can see all these are different, yeah? Yeah. So all you're going to do is touch the back of one card, take it and keep it face down. You're not going to look at it just yet, okay? So as you go through, you can genuinely touch anyone you want. It's entirely up to you. This one right here. Take it, keep it face down in your palm, don't look at it just yet. And to be fair, you could have touched any one of these, yeah? I'm going to do exactly the same with you. You just want to touch one, and they're all different as well. And when you touch it, just keep it face down. Yep, just keep it face down in your palm. So, yeah, and again, you could have touched any one of these. So let's take it into consideration. You could have picked any card out of 52. How amazing would it be if these cards matched? Because it's next to impossible. You didn't know what you were touching, you've not even looked at them just yet. Do you want to turn over and look at what you have got? So my role here is I'm receptionist or houseman, whatever you want to call it really. I'm in charge of taking out bookings when people come in, the first person to see, just general bits and bobs, keep it like room downstairs basically.
The soaring popularity of tattoos is said to be down to stars like David Beckham, Rihanna and Harry Styles, who've all been snapped sporting body art. 1 in 5 Britons now have at least one tattoo. Going on for half of these got their first tattoo between the age of 18 and 25. A recent survey shows that these days more women than men have tattoos.
Nice, okay, I'm in. In the drawer again. Come on.
The art of tattooing has been with us since prehistoric times. The oldest carbon-dated evidence we have goes back over 5,000 years. In 1991, an Iceman called Ötzi was dug up in the Austrian Alps and discovered to have 57 tattoos. Egyptian mummies have also been found with tattoos. There was a time in the middle of the 20th century when tattooing went underground due to its association with bikers, drug lords and gang members. Today, tattooing thrives in a much more acceptable environment.
When I was about 17, 18, I thought it'd be a really good idea to go and get a couple of tattoos. Didn't really think about what I was having, just kind of went in and picked out the book, and I've regretted it ever since. To the point where wearing dresses and things kind of was just not a good experience because people were commenting negative comments. When I got married, I had to pick a dress that covered over it because I was conscious that it was going to be out. So finally decided to come in and have a cover up, and to be fair, really happy with the results. Just being on holiday, got a lot of positive comments. So I've come back because I had another one on my lower back. So now I've booked in already for laser and getting some work done on covering that to make it tie in with the new one, and then hopefully everything will look amazing.
Artists create tattoos by injecting ink into the skin. To do this, they use an electrical powered tattoo machine. The machine moves a solid needle up and down to puncture the skin between 50 and 3,000 times per minute. The needle penetrates the skin by about a millimetre and deposits a drop of insoluble ink into the second layer of skin, which is known as the dermis. When you look at someone's tattoo, you're seeing the ink through the epidermis, or the outer layer of skin. The cells of the dermis are far more stable than the cells of the epidermis, so the tattoo ink will stay sharp and crisp once healed, with minor fading for the rest of the person's life. Zoe is here today to meet Becky for a second session of laser removal.
The process of the laser removal is far different. It's not really painful, but it's not even discomfort. Some people actually like the pain, but the laser removal, it's like, I can example as like a rubber band flicking your skin, and then the pain's gone, and then the day after you don't even feel like you've had it done. It could be a slow process, but once the process is done, you can either have it completely removed, which is a bonus for some people, or the people like me, I had a cover up and the cover up was fantastic.
This town is full of energy. It's built on coal, water and electricity. If you ever travelled the A1 in these parts, you can't have failed to notice the cathedral of power that Ferrybridge Power Station once was. Traditionally, Knottingley and its close neighbour Ferrybridge were inland ports of some note. The shipyards built and maintained both inland and sea-going vessels. Other important industries were glass and pottery. Sadly, the industry has declined, but the town continually looks to evolve and create new opportunities. Knottingley likes to enjoy itself. At one time, this small town of just 13,000 inhabitants boasted over 20 pubs. Even the thirsty coal miners here couldn't manage a pint in every one when out on the crawl. The town is proud of itself. History, community, working class solidarity, they all mean something here. Knottingley cares about conversation, neighbourliness and friendship. From carnivals to bands to sport, this town has always shown great enthusiasm for creativity. Our town thrives on work. Kellingley Pit nearby employed over 3,000 men. Many of them travelled here to work from Scotland and the North East. Nearly every one of our customers will say that their dad or granddad worked at Pit.
'68 today, I had this done in York just before I went abroad in army, and it cost me $1 old money. I don't know how much it costs now, but it'll be a lot of money. But it's 68 this week, and I lost my wife on Christmas Day just gone, so I want a tattoo in memory of my wife. I didn't find it too, you know, too painful, but with more modern technology you've got now, I don't know what to expect, you know, but I'm a finely tuned athlete, so. I think main difference is you were limited to what you could have put on your body. you had to pick it off a wall, but nowadays you can go in and ask for whatever you want and they'll oblige you by doing it. One of the reasons I'm having this tattoo in memory of my wife, I want a red rose on, because although she was poorly for 23 years, she loved the gardening and she won 5 medals at Best Garden for Wakefield District Housing, and I've had them all framed and put up on the wall, and I was so proud of her, and I think this is probably the last thing I can ever do for her. Plus I'm a Leeds United season ticket holder, and I've watched them for 70 years. I'm 78 now, and I first started going when I was 8 years old. I must get that.
So originally when Neil first come into the tattoo studio, I think I remember you booking a 2-hour appointment for a cover-up. Was it on your arm or was it your chest?
Yeah, well, 2 separate cover-ups, a 2-hour and an hour appointment. That was it really. I just expected to come in, a couple of little bits done.
Have the 2 cover-ups done?
Have the 2 cover-ups and then walk away sort of thing. And
so how, from the appointment that you first booked in for, how many hours have you actually had up to today?
It'll be around 30 hours.
And obviously we did, I remember doing the back piece for you, which was like a freehand design that you wanted.
Yeah.
Did you see yourself when you come in for the cover-up, walking out, having the full back piece done?
No. It's, the original idea was 2 small, subtle or small cover-ups, just to get rid of
the old
existing tattoos. I didn't really like anymore. You don't really want to get your top off and show off. Where the red rose is, that was originally a devil.
And that's why you kept the red theme?
And that's why I kept the red. And on this side, that was the panther underneath the rose.
Yeah, because you've got a nice blend of them mixing into one another. And
yeah, I like the flow and the design of everything that we've gone through. And it does match, that's why we've got the red and the red. And then the red on the back of the shoulders.
Yeah,
as well.
To keep in with the devil that we're underneath.
Just to keep, so it's just not all blacks and greys and one red.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think you're going to end up like myself and take them all the way down to your hands, or are you going to keep them?
No, I think I'm going to keep it close shirt length, like shirt sort of length. No, they do show at bottom, which I'm happy about. Cause
yeah.
I like to show them up a little bit.
Obviously, for you, with being a builder, you can get away with having them all the way down.
Yeah,
to your hands.
I can go all the way down, and it's not done with line of work that I'm in.
Yeah.
Even so, I still think I'm going to stay
as you are for now.
I am for now, and then
until next year.
Yeah, until next year. Then possibly thinking of matching the shoulder and the back to come round
onto your ribs
underneath, which I've never looked.
Which should take you around up to 40-hour mark.
Yeah, that'll be close.
Yeah. Right. Cheers for that anyway.
No worries. Cheers for that, mate.
So magic, normally magicians have the old story, my granddad showed me a trick when I was 7 years old, and ever since then I've been doing magic. For me it weren't, I didn't start, I mean I'm 27 now, and I got into magic really late. I was about 21 I think, something like that. I mean I've always had an interest in it, and I've always loved that sort of stuff, especially people like Darren Brown, like the mind stuff. But I think it were really cheesy back in the day, like magic. It were all like too finesse, like, oh my god, you know, pick a card, and it just weren't really for me. But it weren't until I got into it. I got attacked a few years ago, and I took a lot of time off of work. And so I was always watching YouTube videos, and I come across like this new street style of performing magic, like obviously like your David Blaine's, your Dynamos, your Darren Brown, all that sort of stuff. And it was like a cool way of being able to do it. And it kind of just went from there really. It just grew and grew and grew into what it has become today. So what can we do for you today?
Right, I've come in today. I'm looking to get a tattoo. I lost my son recently, he passed away, and he used to come into here and have tattoos, and he was very much into Batman and his music, and I was looking to see if I could get some sort of music tattoo onto my foot.
Yeah,
so
it's like a remembrance tattoo.
Yes,
as well.
Remembering by some specific music notes.
Yeah.
Remembering by from the music.
Yeah. And where are you going to have that? How big are you thinking?
I'm looking to have that on my foot.
Yeah.
And maybe his initial on my foot as well.
Yeah. Not a problem. Oh, is this your first tattoo as well?
This is my first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then brave it out.
I can see that people come in and just have tattoos here and there that don't really mean anything to them, but
yeah, but you want in something that's...
Yeah, to me, I want something to remember my son by. It's specific. It's musical notes.
Yeah, and I suppose with something like that as well, it's not just going to
You're not just going to look at it, it's not just like his name or something like that. It's something that you can look at and it can still look quite classy, but I think at the same time, obviously, you know exactly what it means as well.
It's something special to me.
Yeah, not a problem. With something like that on your foot, so obviously you don't want it too big and too delicate, it's not going to take that too much time, so we might have a little bit of time this morning. Jan might be able to squeeze it in for you. But what I'll do, I'll get Jan, there's some specific notes, I think you've already sent them to us on Facebook. What I'll do, I'll get Jan to have a quick look at it for you. He'll draw up a few ideas for you, let you have a quick look at it, then we'll take it from there if that's something you want to do. Alright, no problem, I'll be 2 minutes.
So the tattoo that I've had today represents the music that I played at my son's funeral, which was Beautiful Boy by John Lennon, and it was a song that he really liked. So now I feel like I've got it with me all the time. It's on my foot, it means such a lot to me, and I'm really pleased with it, it looks great. So I was a little bit nervous, to be honest. I've never had a tattoo before. Wasn't sure what to expect pain-wise. Everybody said it would hurt a little bit, but it really didn't. It really didn't. It was a little, you know, there's a little bit of scratching now and again, but no, not painful at all, really. I'm quite pleased. I enjoyed my experience here today. I didn't know what to expect, but everybody is really friendly, a lot of banter going on. I didn't get too upset because it's quite an emotional thing that I've had done today, but you know, everybody knew my son that works here because he used to come here, and you know, they made me feel really welcome, really comfortable. I just want to say as well, on the day of my son's funeral, you actually played the music in the shop that was being played when my son had his tattoo that he'd requested to be played in the shop, and I think that's absolutely great that you all thought a lot about him and you did that for him.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I've been a tattooist for quite a lot of years now, and the question I get asked most is, were you good at art at school? The answer for that bit, art was the only subject that I paid much attention in. It was something where I could be creative, something that I really enjoyed doing. For me, tattooing, it doesn't feel like I'm coming to work. It's as though I'm turning up, I'm meeting new customers, they're becoming new friends, and it doesn't feel like the normal 9-to-5 job. I'm working with my brother, my best friends, and there's no better feeling than that. This morning I did a lady a remembrance tattoo for her son. And I think sometimes you can just forget how much a tattoo can mean to someone, or how much of effect the tattoo can have on their life. For me, the tattoo studio is something that I've got a great passion for. When I'm not working in there, I'm either out and about looking for things to put inside the shop that's going to make it that little bit better. I've gone for like an antique vintage style look, and I just think it brings that little bit of class into the shop. I did all the work inside the shop myself, and I think it's just a great feeling looking back now from when the shop first opened to how it's turned out today. I really enjoy my job, and I'm really lucky to be in the industry that I'm in.
I think it's a sort of fashion culture nowadays where not just women that get groomed, it's men as well. You see all the celebrities having new hairstyles, getting beards trimmed. Tattoos are more fashionable now. So now it's more up to lads as well to keep up with that, and they all want to look a certain way. That's why lads get the beards trimmed, get specific hairstyles done, and there's a lot more pressure on lads to be groomed and look a certain way. In society there's been a massive change in perception of tattoos. 15-20 years ago you had to go for an interview with your sleeves covered. You couldn't be showing any tattoos because a certain type of person had tattoos. Now it's fashionable. You see all your major celebrities having tattoos, sleeves, your sports stars. So now people want to emulate that and they want to be the same. Tattoo's more of an art form nowadays as well. I think it's come on a hell of a long way, and I think tattooists are now artists.
Came in originally for a bit of a, more like a Vegas theme, and then we sat down, we had a look, and it's sort of going to be something that'd be like everyone else has already got. So the idea behind it was customise it to how I wanted it. And something I feel passionate about is comic books. Both me and my kids like them. So I decided to go with a comic book theme. Originally, well, I remember when I had my first one, it was an unreal, weird pain, first one. It was one of them where you think, oh, so am I going to go again? But over time, it's sort of one of those that you know what you're expecting, you're coming in, you're having it done. And it's a weird sort of pain. It's a pain that hurts in certain places.
I've lived in Nottingham since I was born, and the changes have been vast, to be fair. Two big, huge, major companies, the Kenley Pit, Ferrybridge Power Station, just gone, just shut down. That were the two of the biggest things Nottingham had to provide for work. There were people travelling all over from, well, for likes of myself, my granddad travelled all the way from Scotland with his family to come live in Nottingham because of the pit. My granddad worked in the pit and all my uncles worked in the pit, and for them it were a big shock, obviously working there for that many years.
The pit frames above the shafts of Kellingby Colliery stand almost idle. They're being prepared for the site to be cleared. A major and at times complex operation after the thousands of tons of coal that were mined here. Down shaft number 1, a handful of contractors are working to seal it off in conditions which resemble a furnace, but this is water.
A lot of things have changed in Nottingham, to be fair. One thing that does spring to mind is the Nottingham Carnival. I can remember, well, still present now, obviously it's finished now, but when I was a kid I couldn't wait for Carnival. I couldn't wait, it was a thing that I used to look forward to every year, and now it's gone.
Used to pass by here all the time, so I used to call in and see lads. Then I started getting tattoos done by them. Now that pit's shut, last one in Yorkshire, last one in country, I'm on about getting some tattoos to do with pit, mining history, cap lamps, davy lamps, pit ponies, shovels, picks, spanners. I want it because all my family worked down at pit. I want it so people don't forget about the mining heritage that Yorkshire's got. I was really proud to be a miner. I felt like I was doing my family justice by going down pit. Felt like a man. But I just mean I miss all the crack, I miss all the lads. It's a family down there.
I do believe you've got to move with times. I mean, what's to say in 10, 20, 30 years, tattoos could be banned, it could be done by robots, who knows? You can only go with the times that you're in. And whatever we're moving forward, we're happy. But at any one point, if we decide it's time to jump off the bandwagon, then let it be. I mean, there's nothing fixed in stone that this is here forever. We've always got to be thinking, what's next? What can we do to make this business better? It ain't just going to happen by itself. We've got to put ourselves out there and use the imagination just to make it that little bit different to everyone else. We've got to give a big respect to his dad. Apart from being very artistic minded, he's also learnt us everything we know, and you can't thank somebody enough for that. Time is the main thing. If someone puts time into you, you've got the best chance in life, and we've had that. We're lucky enough to have that, and we're thankful for that. So we're using what we've got, the information and tools we've been learnt over the years, to excel and do something rather than just sitting around waiting for it to happen by itself.
In a place that has long thrived upon the work ethic and neighbourliness, we're proud to be part of a community that's looking to the future. Skinworkx.
Build us a little where the library used to be. Tell us a little where we used to have a library. Who needs education when you got cheap groceries? They pulled down G.T. Smiths, they built Morrisons. Now Mary Bob's will do a job, but there ain't no G.T. Smiths and Sons. Had the world's best bread up in the cafe, we'd skive every Sunday in the car park, and that's where we'd learn to drive. Well, hey ho, where did he go? Hey ho, where did he go? Tell me, I just don't know. Hey ho, where did he go? Where did he go, that Notley that we used to know? Pulled down the green bottle, built an old people's home. War Bottle and the Sid Club are both long gone. Lamb Trap, Top Club, Sailors' Homes, Bay Horse got firebombed, and we'll never see the cherry tree blossom again. Hey ho, where did he go? Hey ho, where did he go? Tell me, I just don't know. Hey ho, where did he go? Where did he go, the Notley that I used to know? Police station selling bicycles, you can get tattooed on hilltop. They call Rockwell something unpronounceable, at least it didn't stop. Production like the pits and the power stations, pubs and the clubs have gone. Changes to the town.